Hello and welcome to the Community Voice. I'm Fara Sax. Today we're spotlighting a company that helps our community stay clean, safe, and running smoothly every single day. Joining me today is Waste Pro. They are members of the leadership team, and they're here to discuss the company's growth across South Florida, its commitment to sustainability, community involvement, hurricane preparedness, and what the future holds for our Southeast leaders in waste and environmental services providers. Linda and Mike, thank you for joining me today.
Yes,
thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
It's so great. Let's talk trash. But before we get started, I want to learn. I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm back. Let's learn a little bit more about you, your journeys, and how you came to Waste Pro. Do you grow up going, I want to get into waste management? Do I want to? Let's start with you, Linda.
Sure. Born and raised here in South Florida. Born at North Shore Hospital, which is, I believe, still around on 95th Street. And parents came here from Haiti. And I attended local schools here, St. Mary's Cathedral, St. James, Archbishop Curley, Notre Dame, which is no longer around, sadly. And then I stayed locally for college. I went to FIU for undergrad and then attended FAU for grad school. And to answer your question, throughout my journey, not once did I ever say I wanted to go into the sanitation business or, do trash, right? Or work in trash, right? Because it's not a thing.
It's not sexy.
It's not sexy, right? But it is sexy because when you think about it, right, it is an industry that will never fade, right? You always have to toss trash away, right? And someone's got to do it. And there's different components and layers to it. And so here I am.
And you've been with Waste Pro for how long?
About 3 months now. And I love it.
It's amazing. And, the camaraderie before we started today between the two of you is phenomenal. So if it's any indicative of what's going on behind the scenes, you guys, what a team you both make.
Indeed. We truly are a team because we realize that together everyone achieves more and we rely on each other. And we know that if we can count on one another and we can count on one another to get it done, and that there's no I in this. There's no one person to do it. It's a collaborative effort.
And what do you do exactly at Waste Pro?
And so I serve as one of their municipal marketers for the Miami-Dade area, the Miami-Dade region. And so my task is to ensure that we keep the relationships going and to nurture those relationships, to ensure that our contracts, that we are seeing through with our contracts, and then to also, look and see what opportunities are available for future partnerships with municipalities.
Wonderful. And Mike, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's nice to have you here. Tell me a little bit about Mike and your journey to this moment with us together here.
So, born in Hialeah.
Another local yokel, huh? Wait. We have the T-shirt to show. Wait.
Born in Hialeah, raised in Westchester.
Oh, Westchester.
I love Westchester. Grant, I love Westchester. I'm raised in Westchester. Went to the public school system there. Actually, my parents still live in Westchester. And went to Coral Park High School, Coral Park Elementary, Rockaway Middle School, Coral Park High School, and Miami-Dade Community College. Went to FIU, got my bachelor's. I double majored there, business management as well as international business, and then went further on, continued my school in my grad in FIU, got my master's MBA, and I'm a product of Westchester, a product from the local community here.
That's wonderful. What have you been doing at Waste Pro? To keep us safe, clean, and happy.
Sure, yeah. So my role here at Waste Pro is I'm involved with, I'm a corporate vice president where our corporate office is at in Longwood, Florida, which is just northeast of Orlando. But I've been involved with managing and developing our post-collections. What post-collection is not collecting money or anything like that. Well, it's sort of collecting money, but it's really the fact after the garbage is picked up, is what after it's collected, that's where it goes to either a landfill, transfer station, or a material recovery facility if it's recyclables. But that's my involvement there at that level. I'm also involved with the Southeast market, which working with Linda, just just the relationships I have down here. As I was the former solid waste director for Miami-Dade County. And I've been, my whole career in the garbage business has been here in South Florida, in the South Florida market. So I help, I assist here in the marketplace, but my role is at a corporate level, overseeing 12 states. We are all the way up to Texas, out west Texas. We go up to Kentucky, down to Carolina. So we predominantly cover that southeastern United States portion of the country.
And what people don't realize is that waste management as an industry is, like we talked earlier, is not sexy, but it's essential to everyday life. Well, looking back on your careers, what accomplishments are you most proud of, and what opportunities does Waste Pro offer employees who want to build a long-term career?
So I think at least some of the accomplishments I feel like we've achieved here is one, just building relationships. For instance, we just began servicing Bay Harbor Island. So that's, I think, a real major accomplishment for us. We do cover cities such as Miramar, Pembroke Pines, Hollywood, in the Broward area. In the Miami-Dade area, we covered North Miami. Again, we picked up Bay Harbor Islands. We have some other opportunities there that we're working on. But from a company standpoint, I mean, we're targeting. This company started with $800 a month in revenue 25 years ago. We're targeting to hit $1.6 billion as a company. Those are accomplishments from a company standpoint. We have over 5,000 employees now. We have over 260 municipal contracts through our footprint, 120 locations through our footprint. I mean, those are, I think, coming from 25 years ago, from $800 revenue and a handful of people. 25 years later, you're a $1.6 billion company. I think those are major accomplishments. And it's about the people. I mean, just bringing good people on board. I mean, people like Linda, myself. I mean, the company's looking at going to the next level, basically. And again, we just picked up our 12th state, which is Houston, Texas, which I've been involved in growing the company in that area as well.
So these are contracts done through municipalities. So is it for me as a private citizen, or is it my community supports Waste Pro and my needs within a community? So
that's a good question. So in some markets, such like Southeast over here in the South Florida market, a lot of times it falls under the municipality. So if you live in a municipality or in the county, they'll provide they'll either dictate who you're going to have as a garbage provider or the waste provider, but in other markets, in some of the rural areas, you just pick whoever you want from a subscription standpoint. It's like picking what cable company you want to deal with, basically. So you could choose who you want. Those are kind of the more rural areas, but in metropolitan areas such as Miami, you're going to the city is going to dictate who they have, because they're going to select the company as a whole for their community as a whole. But for instance, the county does cover a lot of the residential pickups throughout here. But some of the municipalities are starting to look at maybe doing something with a private company to start providing service for the residents.
What are some of the myths or debunk some of the thought process of who Waste Pro is, and so that we can clarify what you do so our audience can understand a little bit more?
Well, being that I'm fairly new to the company and very happy to be a part of the company, I'm going to lean on Mike for some of the myths, because I'm still getting integrated in learning the culture and a lot of the history and the people of the company. So.
But Linda, and the great point, Linda's been able to meet our CEO, president, of our company. Our COO. I mean, these are C-suite folks that we're a corporate office that they go around meeting drivers, meeting people. We're a people's company. This is not somebody that you have to there's a CEO and you never I've heard rumors, I know the guy or something like that. No, our CEO president, Sean Jennings. I mean, he's a third generation family. There's a third generation family that's operating this company. John Jennings, our founder. He's our chairman of our board. He started this company 25 years ago, and this was his second time around, because he had another company called Jennings Environmental that ended up becoming Waste Management, one of our competitors. But so I mean, it's a great family, privately owned business, and we're considered the largest privately owned waste company in the southeastern United States. So, but the culture is fantastic here, and what the services we provide are going to be your typical services, like what you mentioned, the residential collection. You know, we do the automated. If you have the cart, we'll pick up your cart, like we're doing in Bay Harbor Islands, as well as North Miami. But we also do commercial services. So if you have a dumpster in the back of your business, or in your shopping center or plaza, or even a multifamily apartment, we'll pick that up too. So we do that. Construction. So if you have a construction project going on in your house, or drop a roll-off container, it's a large, probably a 20-foot container that you probably see at construction projects, and we'll go ahead and drop that off. We do recycling, and like I mentioned, we have 6 MRFs. And by the way,
What's a MRF?
A materials recovery facility. So it's a recycling facility.
I was thinking it was like a Smurf. What, Murph? Like his cousin Murph?
So I didn't mention, but we have 35 landfills in our footprint, through our footprint. And since I started here 3 years ago, we've grown that by 30%. So when I got here, it was a lot less, I just saw Grant pass by. I saw a lot less post-collection sites, but we've grown that substantially by 30%, as well as recycling facilities. So we got 2 single-stream recycling facilities, one in Ocala and one in Sarasota. But we also do fiber recycling. So you have boxes, paper, office paper. We want to recycle that. You don't want to put that into a landfill.
So they would call you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So construction companies are also your client?
Correct, yeah.
And how do you service them?
So it's simple. I mean, they'll call us, hey, we want to order we have different size containers, 10, we call them 10 yards. It's 10 cubic yards that you could fit in it, 20, 30, or 40. And the largest is a 40. But we'll go ahead, sign you up, deliver the can where you want. If you want it in front of your driveway, if you want it wherever your project is, we'll do that. And by the way, we also provide chutes. So these are chutes, like if you have a high rise, I don't know if you've ever seen it, they'll extract a chute system where they could throw stuff from like the 10th floor down into a container. So we provide that as well.
My grandkids love watching that.
Now you can't slide, you can't go sliding down there.
No, but it's just like, I have a grandson that loves like trucks and stuff, so it's like watching it is like, God knows, if you put him in a Waste Pro truck, he'd probably he'd love you forever, Mike. He'd call you daddy.
There you go, getting in the industry.
So it's as simple as that. Just call us up. We'll drop a can off. We'll sign you up, put the container from your house or at your job site, and that's it. It's simple as that. And you call us up when it's ready to pick up, and we'll go pick it up.
And one of the things that I've noticed about Waste Pro, the biggest thing is you're caring for your community. And I think that is such an amazing element when dealing with companies. It's not only what they do for their revenue, but what they give back to a community. So let's roll some pictures as well as talk about the community events. Oh, look who's there.
Linda.
I know her.
Hi.
So, yeah, I mean, that's, I think that was, what was that, City of Doral?
Yes. So last week, the City of Doral celebrated Public Works Appreciation Week, and they came together to celebrate the Public Works employees. And we were a sponsor. And for us, it's incredibly important for us to show that we care about our communities and we give back. And we don't just give back by maybe writing a check, but we show up and we participate and we engage, nurturing those relationships, because relationships matter.
100% for everything in our life. For our communities. What's this in Hillsborough, north of here?
This is another city we service. Again, and we partner with our cities. We do community cleanups. That's I see everybody with like litter. It looks like they have little litter sticks. Is that what that is? So we do. Again, we sponsor, and like to Linda's point, we just don't cut a check and say, here, have a good day. We participate as well. We want to be part of the community. Oh, this is the pig roast. So that's my friend Luis Fonseca. He kind of coordinates all these pig roasts. We grew up together, and
these pig roasts raise money.
And we supported the cause of the Love Fund, which is for the fallen officers, the families of fallen police officers in the community. And it's a really competitive sport of roasting pigs. And this is just setup that we like to, we give out goodies and hats and things like that, and and just be part of the community again. And like our brand says, caring for a community. Oh, this is a good one. There's our former lieutenant governor, as well as the president of Florida International University. This was a pig roast, a tailgate pig roast at FIU that we sponsored. And again, I'm there. Our regional vice president is there also for this market, and we're part of the event.
It's all about being part of a community.
That's right.
What's happening here?
Well, here we were at the town of Bay Harbor, and we recently picked up their trash services, and they host a community barbecue one time a year. And the timing was just so perfect because we were getting ready to start working with them on a Wednesday, and the community barbecue was that Sunday. And so we decided that we were going to show up in full force in numbers and participate in the community barbecue. We wanted to let the residents know that, hey, we will be picking up your trash moving forward. These are some of the drivers, some of the players, and when you see our truck, it's not foreign to you. And they were appreciative of that.
Yep.
And moving forward, we're going to talk about now beach cleanup. That's an incredibly important
Especially,
to keep our environment clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you roll them?
So yeah, I mean, we're here we actually weighed all those bags, and I think we picked up, if I had to remember, because I almost broke my back trying to pick up the bags, but it was like I think 70 pounds of litter on microplastics. Metal, stuff like that people it's just carelessness. Like, people just don't care about just leave it in the sand. I mean, there's cans, there's garbage. Pick up your stuff and take it with you. But so we gotta go and clean this up, and we want to, because we want to do what's right for the environment. Here we're with there's Linda Fernandez, a friend of mine, a tax collector.
Favorite person.
Yeah, and he helped. He came and helped with cleaning up the beach. And this was a big group. This was actually with the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America.
They're earning their badges.
They're earning their badge. Yep, you got it. So this was a great turnout. I had a good friends of mine from the community that I've built relationships over time, and I'm here to help because I'm part of this community. Like I said, I was born and raised here. So. And this was nice. We donated stakes, paint, and for turtle nesting. This was back. I want to say this was back in the fall, earlier this year, if not late last year. But this was we were prepping materials for nesting season this season. And they just sent me pictures of the nests that are there now. So we're going to have a successful turtle nesting year this year, and I'm really thrilled about it. I really happy to be part of that.
You're so involved with the community, and I see such passion and inspiration on your faces. Just like it really gets you going too. And one of the other wonderful events is the Pink Events, which I think holds near and dear for most people that have been affected. So tell me a little bit about what that's like. We have some also pictures for that.
So yeah, I've been an ambassador, a Men Wear Pink ambassador since I think for the past 5-7 years, maybe something like that. When I was in the county, when I was a director at the county, and just last year, I was the chairman. Mayor Pepe Diaz nominated me as the chairman for the 2025. So
pink looks good on you.
Thank you.
It does.
I actually like pink. Pink is really nice.
Should be your favorite color.
And this was a successful. Here's all the community leaders. I mean, we have councilmen, we have the tax collector, we have city managers, we have police chiefs, captains. I mean, everybody comes together for an important cause. Because to me, I've been directly and indirectly impacted in the sense of family, friends, been impacted. Here am I with the pink vest and our truck in the background. Really nice picture there for our campaign. And again, the community as a whole, the elected officials, the county is highly involved in the Making Strides event. There's Mayor Higgins at our dinner with all the ambassadors, just thanking us for everything we do. She's been a big sponsor of everything of that. But it's just a lot of us get impacted, and it's great to see that we raise money. I mean, we raised $175,000 last year. which was, I thought, we hit our goal. It was a successful event. But it just goes, the money goes to those people that really need it. And really the winners, it's a competitive thing. Everybody's like, I made more money, I raised more money than you. But at the end, the winners are those people who are getting help, are getting cured for this deadly disease. It's bad. It's really bad.
And all the work that you do, it seems like it's the culture. It's the culture of Waste Pro. Do you have a story to share during one of those events that you went, this is why I do what I do? I can't walk in the footsteps of someone that maybe is dealing with one of your pink events,
right,
or even with the turtles being set free, or the other community services, but a moment that sticks out in your mind.
I mean, I can't select one moment, but I could just say this. I'm happy being here at Waste Pro, in the sense that it affords me the opportunity to connect with the community, and that's what the culture here that's what it's about. And again, it's our brand. It's in our brand. It's caring for our communities. So it kind of lines up with my beliefs and my thoughts of how we should deal with community and work with the community. So to me, I think that's what really is like. This is the right company for me to be part of, and the right culture and that's my take on that.
It's wonderful. And what I find fun, because I told you about my grandson, he loves trucks. So we have some B-roll here about a truck going into a neighborhood. And walk me through what happens from the process of the pickup,
yeah,
and then afterwards.
Yeah, people think the garbage just disappears. It just poof, it goes away, and it just no. And the funny thing is, no one really thinks about the garbage unless it doesn't get picked up. Then it's a problem. but right here in the row we got going on here, you got a rear load garbage truck. Manual service, so you got the guys riding in the back of the truck. They're going to put in we call that a hopper in the back of the truck, and then they run a blade, and the blade actually sweeps that garbage into the truck and compacts it. So that truck, at the end of the day, probably weighs 12, 13 tons of garbage and picks up probably close to 500-600 houses in one load. So from there, they're going to take it to the nearest disposal site or final destination. So it could be a transfer station, and when it goes to a transfer station, all it is like an intermediate location before it gets to a final destination. So it gets pushed into larger trucks, like a tractor trailer, for a longer destination, to like a landfill or an incinerator or some final destination where it's going to be disposed of.
And you talk a lot about the sustainability and the recycling, and why is that important now?
I think a couple of things. I think I've always been a believer that if you could do something beneficial with the waste stream, so do it, because landfill capacity is not infinite. Like you can't have landfill forever, right? Or a facility that you could dispose at. You just want to use your resources. If you could recycle something, why not? So like cardboard boxes, if you could put that into a new material, paper, metals, things like that. If you could pull that out of the stream, and there's a demand for that, and you can actually make sense economically, why not? Don't fill up your landfills with this stuff. You're using your capacity, and it's going to stay there for a long time. So
how long does it stay there?
So cardboard and paper probably just kind of dissolve quickly, but like metals, I remember being in Miami-Dade County, and we had a closed landfill that's off of 87th Avenue and 58th Street, which is an old back in the 80s landfill. We found Pepsi cans, Tab. Remember the soda can Tab?
It's the most disgusting, tasty stuff, but I loved it.
But it was there. So you still saw, so that stuff from the 80s, 90s, that's still there. And it's probably and it's going to be there for a long time. It won't go away until it can be there for 100 years. I don't know. But those are things that there's value to those metals. That's aluminum. You can make money off of that and make a better product again. So why dispose of it and let it stay there? So for me, from a sustainability, it makes sense. There's other sustainability things that we do, such as our trucks. We want to make sure when we route trucks, we have CNG trucks, by the way, too. But when we route trucks, we don't want trucks idling, just sitting in line at traffic. So we have high-tech software, routing software, that we know how long, where the train comes, what happens here. So we want to make sure the trucks are not wasting time just idling around and giving out emissions. The other thing we do also is we have a refurb shop. So a lot of our trucks, instead of just getting rid of them and buying a new truck, we actually strip them down, rehab them. It's almost like you're recycling a truck, and we put them back on the street. They look brand new. We got classic trucks there. By the way, we have a beautiful museum too of classic trucks. You need to come out there. It's in Sanford. So we have a museum of garbage trucks out there.
Oh my
and
God,
it's
my
the only
grandson
one I'm
again.
aware of in the country, right? And John Jennings, our founder, is very passionate of garbage collection, right? So he even has his father's garbage truck that used to have to crank on the front, like the old school way. It's there back from when his father picked up garbage up in the Northeast, up in New York. So you should come out and see these trucks. It's phenomenal.
Maybe my audience would like that as well.
Yeah.
So we have also hurricane season approaching.
That's the
It's here.
yeah. I mean, we were just at an event yesterday, right?
Yeah. So Mike.
What can people do to prepare?
Well, tons of things. So for one, having an emergency preparedness plan. We don't know that a storm is coming, but you always want to be prepared, because a prepared community will always be a resilient community, right? When you prepare, when you plan your work, you work your plan, it will work out than the alternative. And so Mike and I attended the press conference just 2 days ago with the Global Empowerment Mission over in Doral, which is they are a recovery response organization, and they go throughout the world, whether it's a hurricane, a volcano, mudslide, whatever it is. They are boots on the ground, and they are there to provide recovery and help. And so on this Saturday, in partnership with the Global Empowerment Mission and Waste Pro, we are hosting a hurricane preparedness event where we are going to provide boxes that include dog food, ready-to-eat meals, first aid kits, ponchos, detergent, all the different things that you're going to need to survive a potential storm. So the idea is, think about it, right? Normally, a storm, you're watching the news, a hurricane is coming, or there's going to be a tropical storm. It may come, it may not come, but if it comes, what happens? Everyone weathers the storm, and then you have these long lines where folks are trying to get gas or trying to get supplies. This go around, what we've decided to do is we decided to invest in our community ahead of time, because preparation is key. And so we have these kits that are available for free to anyone in the community, no matter your zip code, no matter where you live, because we want you to be prepared. In the event that we are spared and there isn't a storm, that's fine. You can donate that, because something's going to happen around the world somewhere, right? You can donate that to another part of the world, or to an organization or a company or someone who needs it. And so for us, preparation is key. And so we're doing that this Saturday in Miami Gardens. We've partnered up not only with the Global Empowerment Mission, but with Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, because it's a collaborative effort, right? Folks go to church to seek help. They go to their local municipalities. They go to their local organizations. And so Waste Pro, again, as part of our mission, caring for our communities, this is what we do.
And where can they get more information? Right on your website?
Yes, they
Is it
can
on the
get.
website? So it's wasteprousa.com, or they can call. I think it's on the bottom there, all the information. So how does Waste Pro prepare for the cleanup and the recovery efforts after the storm in 120 years from now?
So in 120 years from
Yeah, it's
now.
not going to ever happen, because I think that's what happens is you get complacent.
Yeah.
Because, it's hurricane season, I don't have to worry about it again, even though they say, but you have to take this to heart,
Yeah.
because thank God it won't happen, but if it did
does.
happen, and it does happen. You both were here when it was Andrew and beyond and beyond.
I was
beyond.
specifically involved with the cleanup after Hurricane Irma, because I was managing the contractors that were cleaning up your neighborhood. So we hauled away 4.4 million cubic
So we
yards.
thank you. I didn't even know it was you.
Yeah, I was
didn't
the one
know it
behind the
was you,
scenes.
Mr. Westchester.
So it was, it was. Anyways, but yeah, from Waste Pro, first things first, we make sure our people in these communities that are going to be impacted are good, right? You got everything you need. We'll bring whatever supplies to them, and then we work with our municipalities to make sure, what communication, what do we need to do to make sure we're all aligned together, because everybody has a different emergency action plan, right? Some cities are different how they handle things. On top of that, we do have a roving crew. So let's say, like I said, we cover 12 states. Florida's getting hit with a hurricane. We'll bring folks from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and fly them in, and they'll help with any cleanup efforts that we need. So yes, we do have a plan. But it starts with our people first, taking care of our people.
Looking ahead, final question. Something that you want to share about Waste Pro, its future, its growth?
Looking ahead, we want to continue the culture of caring for our communities. Service to our community is what drives us, and that is one of our driving forces. And so looking ahead, we're here, we're in the community, we want to continue to make impact and continue to hire amazing people.
Yeah.
And for you, Mike?
For me, along the lines with Linda, I mean, look, we're definitely on a growth spurt here. We're doing great things, as you can see, as we talked about, and we're just, again, looking forward to future partnerships.
And I want to thank you both for being here with me and for taking care of our communities in so many different ways. It's been a delight. And 3 months, we'll talk again in 3 more months.
Yes.
And for you, 3 years, we'll talk again in not 3 years.
Not 3 months.
And 3 more months.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I want to
Thanks
thank
for
you
having
for
us.
you're so welcome. I want to thank you for joining me. Until next time, I'm Fara Sax. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great day.